The map of Ukraine. Geopolitical significance and reasons for Russian invasion. Ukraine is a vast country located in Eastern Europe, and its geographical characteristics are deeply intertwined with the reasons behind Russia's invasion. 1. Geographical features of Ukraine. Meaning on the map. Vast Eastern European plains. Ukraine is the second largest country in Europe by area, after Russia. Most of it consists of fertile plains, and its southern part, bordering the Black Sea, holds immense geopolitical importance. Gateway to the Black Sea. Ukraine's southern coastline provides Russia with crucial access to the Black Sea, and from there to the Mediterranean Sea and the wider world. Key port cities like Crimea and Odesa fall into this category. Border between Russia and Europe. Ukraine lies on Russia's western border, and simultaneously on the eastern border of the European Union, EU, and the North Atlantic Treaty Organization NATO. This has historically made it a central point in the power struggles between Eastern and Western blocs. Natural resources. It's known as the breadbasket of Europe due to its highly fertile land, and also possesses significant natural gas reserves. Donbas region. The Donbas region in eastern Ukraine borders Russia, has a large Russian-speaking population, and is rich in resources like coal. Russia instigated conflict in this area starting in 2014, and, in 2022, recognized these territories as independent states, before using this as a primary justification for the invasion. Crimean Peninsula. A strategically vital peninsula projecting into the Black Sea, where Russia's Black Sea Fleet has its main base in Sebastopol. Russia illegally annexed Crimea in 2014. 2. Reasons for Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Geopolitical and historical context. Russia's invasion of Ukraine isn't due to a single reason, but rather a complex interplay of geopolitical, historical, political, and economic factors. Preventing NATO expansion. Eastward security threat narrative considered the primary reason. Russia views NATO's eastward expansion since the collapse of the Soviet Union, incorporating countries like Poland, Hungary, and the Czech Republic as a grave threat to its own security. Specifically, if Ukraine were to join NATO, Western military forces could pose a direct threat to Russia's heartland, including Moscow, due to Ukraine's geographical proximity. President Putin has defined this as a red line. There was significant fear of the potential deployment of Western missile defense systems or offensive weapons in Ukraine. Historical ties and the one people narrative. Russia emphasizes the historical and cultural ties, portraying Ukraine as the cradle of Russia and one people. It asserts that the roots of the Slavic people began in the 9th century Kievan Rus Principality, seeking to keep Ukraine within its sphere of influence. This narrative denies Ukraine's identity as a sovereign state, insisting it should align with Russia as a brotherly nation, rather than leaning towards the West. Black Sea access and military advantage. As demonstrated by the annexation of Crimea, the Black Sea is a critical stronghold for projecting Russian naval power. Control over Ukraine's Black Sea coast directly impacts the operations of Russia's Black Sea Fleet and its maritime security. Maintaining access to sea trade routes and military influence via the Black Sea is crucial for Russia. Establishing a pro-Russian government and expanding influence. Russia did not want a pro-Western government in Ukraine, as Ukraine increasingly leaned towards the West, following the 2004 Orange Revolution and the 2014 Euromaidan Revolution. Russia grew concerned about the reduction of its influence. The intention was to bring Ukraine back into its satellite orbit, serving as a buffer zone against the West. Protection of Russian-speaking population in Donbas. Pretext. Since 2014, conflict had been ongoing in eastern Ukraine's Donbas region between pro-Russian separatist forces and the Ukrainian government. Russia used the pretext of protecting the Russian-speaking population in this region to justify its military intervention. However, this was largely an attempt to secure pro-Russian strongholds within Ukraine and weaken Ukrainian sovereignty, energy security, and economic advantages. Gas pipelines running through Ukraine played a significant role in Russia's gas supply to Europe. Control over Ukraine could provide Russia with an advantage in energy diplomacy. Potential access to Ukraine's fertile lands and resources may also have been a consideration. Thus, Ukraine's map, for Russia, was not merely that of a neighboring country, but a crucial space upon which complex desires for security, historical ties, economic benefits, and expanded geopolitical influence were projected.